Dallas Cowboys taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now we see quarterback Drew Brees and his New Orleans offense set to go on attack here for the first time.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
On first down, Brees. And Josh Hill has it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Brees finding Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works. And a Saints first down.
A gain of
nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From midfield, here's Brees. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
They're going to the air on the opening drive. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give it.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 87 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. on this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, and not on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Breeze now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's caught. The tight end Hill. Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
He'll rifle this one deep right side and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
To 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going to try and throw. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Brings up 2nd. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22.
Sure, the quarterback saw him and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And some space here. And all the way down inside the 5 to 4. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
8 yards. It's now
they'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. When you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
At their own 20-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
On the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He's going to let it go again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard.
He'll try and throw for it here. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
46-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's brought down at the 31.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. That one 28 yards on the ground. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard.
And now back out comes the offense. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather. How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, you've been a dome team all year in this controlled environment. You need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week, and that's what most of these teams do, because just because they play in a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in. So they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way, it takes it all the way when you get the game day in a foreign place.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Breeze. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
That was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Breeze now. Breeze wants the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
For the extra point.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
26.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Well, the second down throw on target. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football, because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
21 yards. Well done on the return.
That's our own 46-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully so, but it's been a good job of a team to get this lead.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that. I love the observation. Offensive line and people having to protect him, they've really been in sync and been on point. How about the guys going out and catching the ball? the receivers, the running backs, everyone is involved today. And what we're watching right now is really a beautiful team effort, isn't it?
Absolutely. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Well, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rolling right out of bounds.
Good is good. Makes the score Cowboys 38, Saints nothing.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more. You get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for them to start things out. Throwing now is Breeze. And he locates Josh Hill complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense needs you.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 49 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw, and he's got it. They add on more. It'll soften the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Breeze to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 46.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
Breeze pass. Complete to Adam Troutman.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait,
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 36, 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now for the point after. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit.
That didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Brees going to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. He's up north of 100 yards receiving now in this NFC Championship game. And it's a first down.
The Saints, first down.
Throwing on first down is Brees. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
10 yards on the pickup.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
The 50-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, New Orleans.
Brees now on first down. Harris has it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First down.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. There's Brees. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play here for Dallas. 56 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And will be brought down, but a first and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. And he will score! Touchdown, Cowboys! It's their quarterback, saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And this offense continues to pour it on. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for them. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Breeze pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now Breeze. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're able to run it well and hold the defense back from their pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
Yeah, now they'll be looking to add to their lead here in the second quarter. Throw here's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. He'll fire deep. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. This is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Baltimore Ravens who are heading back to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome it. Everyone back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
6-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And the Saints. First
Now
down.
Kamara. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Taken down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Taken down and sacked.
Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 28-yard line.
Now Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He's going to go up top again. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the... We'll check on his status when we get back. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Taken down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
70.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talked about those new playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's a gain of 3.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Breeze. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Breeze. Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. A busy night continues for Command.